Welcome to the Rook, which is the best 4x4 that you are going to find, including everything that you have ever wanted. It is compact with a great shooting floor and an amazing open core. I really hope you guys enjoyed this build. Now let's get right into the tour. Welcome to the Rook. Let's start by heading in through one of the two gatehouses, giving us beds and respawns with plenty of peaks leading into our compound. Once we are inside of the compound, we can see that we are greeted by turrets on either one of the gatehouses. In two of the bedrooms, instead of being gatehouses, will obviously just be two bedrooms with more peaks into our base. Ahead of the bedrooms are entrances that leads into our ring. I chose to go with electric furnaces here. You can do whichever one you like. Inside of here, you can see that we have two bunkers, one on either side of the base, being 8 rockets each into the bunker. You can obviously upgrade them to make them 16 rockets. Heading into our starter, we have plenty of loot, storage, and down in our core, we also have plenty of storage and a nice little refinery. Heading into the ring again, we can see that we have a ladder hatch here that'll take you all the way to shooting floor for quick mobility during a raid defense, or if you just need to get off your roof fast. Heading up through one of our two chutes, we have peaks leading into our ring, a locker hidden right here, and an entrance that leads all the way up to our open core. Once we are in the open core, we are greeted by multiple boxes, our workbench, and a couple of bedrooms securing ourselves during a raid defense. It also obviously has turrets looking into the open core from both sides. Heading up through one of these chutes, we are greeted by a vending machine that is reachable by drone for you to sell all your merchandise throughout your wipe. Heading into the shooting floor, it is sectioned off just the way that we like it to stop raiders from gaining full control during a raid defense. I like having doors all the way around my shooting floor, as it does stop raiders from just smacking you right here and gaining full control over your base. They gain control over nothing and you can defend it fairly easily. Heading back into this side right here, we'll go all the way through and get to the roof axis, which will be over here on two sides of the base, giving us some quick windows right here, and also the ladder hatch that we showed earlier that brings you back down into your ring. This leads up to your roof, but before we go there, we will head into the actual bedroom area. Going through into the bedroom area, you can see that I maximized utility for beds, but you can do whichever one setup that you would like. Now that we are ready to go to the roof, we will go do just that. Our roof is greeted by some boxes that also work as a pancake layer. Behind this door, you can find our two main batteries that I like having on the roof, as it simply never gets broken in my opinion. We also have 8 more beds and everything that we might need. I hope you guys enjoyed this base design, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Okay, so once you're ready to start building, we are going to build no more than a 1x3 just like so, put a couple of door frames right here, and then put our double door on the far side here and here to create an airlock. On the left hand side corner, we're going to place down our TC just like so. And then we are going to expand slightly by adding down a twig floor here, and then these 2 floors like so. Remove the center one and then add down this. Before doing this though, or if you have added this already, you go outside here and then place down this floor inside just like so. Upgrade that to its build cost that we want, and then put a door on top. And once our core is all finished, I like to have it look something like this, with a refinery underneath, giving us plenty of storage. Right here, I would recommend placing a repair table just like so, just to have it in our base. Once we are ready to keep expanding, we'll simply add down these 3 walls right here, these 2 walls right here, and then a ceiling on top of everything. Then make a loot room right here, and then put our double door right here. And once it's all decorated, it should look something like this. Now that we are ready to keep expanding, we'll start by filling in all of these floors to make it an actual 4x4, just like so. And once we have all the floor downs, we'll add down these triangles on either side of the base, just like so. Now before we continue expanding, we are going to add down our external TCs so we cannot get TC griefed. To do so, we're going to build out 3 squares right here, demolish the first 2, add down 1 triangle, and then a square, and then a half circle like so, and then a square, and 3 more triangles, giving us this form right here. Now that we have this form, we can place down our TC on the far right corner. Once you have placed down our TCs, we can upgrade these floors, make sure that these are 2 half walls, a full wall here, and a garage door frame right here. Put a window on your TC and make sure that you actually put a window on it too. And then we'll put a battery inside of all 4 externals right here. And besides that, we'll add down a garage door as well. You can remove all of these besides the square and the triangle. The triangle will upgrade to wood for now. Then to connect this to our base, we will connect this on 2 sides. So make sure that where you see your entrance to your base, that's where we want the actual gatehouse to be. So connect this to your gatehouse just like so. And then facing away from the door, we will add down just a full wall and then connect it to our external TC. Once we have that added, we can no longer get TC griefed, so we can just leave it like this for now. So what we're going to do next is to build our actual bunkers that's in the ring. To do so, we are going to have to add these 2 out of twig, just like so, with 2 floors on top of it like that. Then we'll place down a couple of boxes right here. One on the far side and then one on the close side, just like so. Place this floor looking far left, place this floor looking far right. Then we'll upgrade it to wood for now to see if it worked. And if we can reach the box, which we can, that means that it worked. We can then upgrade it to brick, which will be our final build upgrade. Put these floors underneath it like so. And we can then break off all the twig. Once we have that down, we now have 2 functional bunker inside of our ring. To continue on with the build, we'll add 2 full walls here and make this a square. 2 full walls on this side as well. And then add down this. Do that on both sides of the base, making it fully symmetrical on all sides. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our entrance right here with door frames all around and then a little peak looking into our actual ring. And then a jump up right here, leading us to the next floor above the drop down so we can put ourselves a locker inside of this triangle. Put on our locker here and then we'll jump all the way up and we'll just cap it off with a floor for now, just so we can leave it like this until we are ready to keep expanding. Besides that, we are going to add a ceiling right here. We'll go back into this place now and we will add a full wall here and then 2 half walls. Put windows on every single frame and a roof tile right here. Once that's all good, we'll add down some embracers and we'll drop down into the hole and place a locker right here. Push it as close to the base as you can. Go back up, add this frame right here for a turret pod, and then do this. This makes this an unlootable locker if people do break it. On the centerpiece, we will add a frame and then these 2. For now though, I would recommend just upgrading this to wood, same as we did with our other jump up, just to leave it like that. We will then upgrade all of our floors to metal like we always do. Now that we are all metaled up, we are ready to decorate the ring. Now that we're in the ring, I like having electric furnaces, mixing tables, drop boxes, and obviously some turrets and garage doors leading all the way up and down. If you do like to make this a little more secure, I would recommend adding down these double doors right here, being your decision whether or not turrets have visual, but at least it secures your core slightly more. We obviously have these bunkers that we will now upgrade to metal, but for the sake of hiding them a little better, we'll upgrade everything here to metal just so raiders won't understand that is actually a bunker unless they know what base design it is, making it 8 rockets through the sides right here and 8 rockets through the top right here. The ability is also good, so these bunkers are fairly hidden. Now that that's all good, let's start building in our open core. To do so, we're going to open up this floor that we ripped open earlier and we'll add a frame down. So we'll go back up here and we'll add 2 full walls here, put a ceiling on it and honeycomb it in like so. Same on the other side, just like so. Now that that's all good, we'll go on this side where our ladder hatch is and we'll build up 2 floors just like so. Add down 2 frames here for the ladder hatch and then build this in just like so. Once that's built in, we'll upgrade these 2 centerpieces to metal and then add down this frame in the center, remove these, and then more floors all the way up. We can then add down this and a wall right here. We'll then go over here and add a layer of walls here and a floor on top. And then go back to our actual chute and open it up and then wall it in like so. Make it a jump up right here. and then just wall all of this in. Just like so. Make this a loot room right here, unless you would like it to be a bedroom. But you will have plenty of bedrooms at the bottom here as well, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. I would recommend using this as a loot room. Put a ceiling on all of these, and make 2 frames here. So we can add down this, and a floor on top. And until further ado, we'll just make this a wood wall right here, so raiders can't look in if they're landing on a roof. But we will add down this as well. But at least now raiders can't look in unless we are ready for them to do so. Right here, we will add a frame going across and a low wall right here. And then a couple of box loot rooms right here. And the same inside of all our open core loot rooms. And right here, we will add down this and this right here. And this is what our open core will look like when it's all finished. Just like so. So down here, we have 8 beds with lockers, drop boxes in our open core, 4 large loot rooms, and obviously 2 secondary loot rooms on either side of the open core, giving us plenty of room to control the server that we are currently on. Once you're ready to keep building, we'll head up 1 more floor, and we will add down 3 single door frames right here, where 2 of them will be for actual doors and the center one will be for a vending machine that'll be reachable by drone. Add down a roof on top of it and a wall right here and a single door right here, just to make sure that the vending machine is safe until we are ready to fully seal in the entire floor. To do so, we are going to go over here and we are going to add down a window and 2 half walls. Right here, we will add down these frames and then this floor on top of it. Put our ladder hatch right here. That'll obviously go all the way down into our shell that goes all the way down here. So we can now add down this and another ladder hatch in here. And inside of here, we can add down just a singular ladder that'll work as a mobility chute to go from our shooting floor all the way down to our ring in less than a second. To seal in the rest of this floor, we will add down these 2 door frames and these 2 walls. These 2 door frames and these 2 walls. This wall and this door, and obviously mirror it on the other side. And then we'll jump up here, make 2 more single doors and a half wall, 2 door frames for stability, a window looking up, and a half wall looking in. Put a ceiling on everything and upgrade it all to armor in the center, and the corner pieces can all be upgraded to metal. Last but not least, right here, we will add a double door for now, and then we can go into this chute and add a window and an embracer looking onto our roof, and then 2 single doors right here. Once our base is done like that, it should look something like this. We can then head back into this area right here and add on this wall and these 2 doors. Inside of these, we'll obviously have turrets and upgrade this floor to metal as well. This will give us turrets looking into our open core and also covering the roof if our roof pieces were to be broken. Head back inside of here and we will add down just 2 doors here just to make the turrets a little more secure for the open core's sake. And then obviously armor up these 4 pieces right here. Inside of here, we will add down some lockers and some beds, which is easily done by placing the locker here and still giving us room for 8 beds. Add on a single door here to secure everything. Do not worry though, if you are in need of more beds and lockers, simply add down another 4 set of beds right out here, giving you a total of 20 plus beds around this floor. Just like that. Now that we have our beds placed, it's time to start building up our actual base. To do so, I'm going to use symmetry on all 4 sides, and we're going to add down some triangles here. It is very easy, and all we need to do is add down these said triangles and then remove these 2 and this one. Same on the other side, and then remove these 2 and this one. And then we'll add down 2 triangles here and 2 triangles here. Make windows on either side and put a ceiling on top of it. First thing to do is to add down a couple of doors and a couple embracers. On the windows facing both in and out, I like to just add full windows, as we'll be able to pick them off with the loot that's stuck in our boxes that we'll be placing right here on either side of the gatehouse, still giving us room for 2 whole beds inside of the gatehouse. Once that's all in order, we are good to continue. To do so, we are going to go over here and we're going to add down this frame right here, and then add the actual wide gap frames just to make sure that our base is not decaying. Over here, we'll add down these 2, and we can now make the decision either to leave this triangle here or soft side it out. I'm going to soft side it out. Once that's all in order, we're good to continue. First thing we're going to do is to place on our large furnace so we can start sealing in our compound. Go in between this little corner right here and push the furnace as close to you as possible. Make sure that it is partly symmetrical on either side and simply place it down. We can then jump on top of the furnace and grab ourselves a wall. Make sure that we get this kind of perfectly in between either side of the furnace, just like so. Push it as close to you as possible, and then place down this wall right here and mimic it on the other side, just like so, giving us a perfect symmetrical compound. Now that that's all good, we'll go on top of the gatehouse and we will add down some turret pods. Now you have to make a decision here if you want 8 turrets in your compound or only 4. With the current turret limitations, I would recommend only using 4, which is what we're going to do for this video. So we will add our turret right here, not far back, just straight in the center of the frame, just like so, and then put a ceiling on it. By doing that, we now have a chain linked turrets from the side, which is where raiders will most likely see it from anyways, as raiders will come through this wall right here and the turrets will all be chain linked off for them. Now that that's done, all that we need to do is add some metal barricades on top of our compound, and we are good to continue. Once we are ready to continue, we're going to start by building up the shooting floor. To build up our shooting floor, it has never been easier. We're going to start by upgrading these 2 foundations right here to metal and the frames that we placed on the corner as well. And then we'll build up our shooting floor pretty tall to reach the actual floor. Once we are this high up, we'll add down this floor and this floor and this floor and this floor. Once we have that added, we can add down our actual windows, just like so. All we gotta do now is add some embracers on it. Once we got the embracers, we can head inside of here and choose what we would like to do. I would recommend adding at least a couple of beds in here just to have actual respawns on your shooting floor. Just like that. Once we got those added, I like adding double doors here, but that is entirely up to you. It does add some security on your shooting floor so raiders can't gain full control. We'll then head up to the roof and add down these 2 floors and these embracers right here. On these embracers, I like using the other embracer just to add some style and differential to the shooting floor, making it look something like this. We can then head back to the roof and add down these last 3 walls right here. We can then head back to the roof and add down these 3 walls on 2 sides of the base and put a ceiling on top of it, a wall here, and a door here. Inside of this triangle right here, we will put our 2 batteries. That'll be our main batteries within the base. Some people don't like putting them on the roof. From my own experience, roof batteries are the strongest batteries. I have tried it on Vital, I've tried it on main servers, and roof batteries usually stay alive as people will usually hammer through your main base and your gatehouses and everything in the compound. Roof usually stays untouched, in my personal opinion. On top of these 2 right here, we will add on these 2 triangles, which will be some hidden drop boxes behind a door. Put a ceiling on top of it, and we can then put a ceiling on everything else too. Now that we have these ceilings down, only thing remaining is to put down these ceilings as well. And the base is starting to look fairly finished. Only thing we gotta do is add some windmills by building these right here, 2 tall, just like so. Add down a square floor on top of them, and then throw down our actual windmill. Now that our windmills are placed, we're starting to look like something that's finished. I like adding these floors just because they simply make it look aesthetically pleasing, both from the outside and from the inside in. Once we are back inside here, we will add down some drop boxes in the center as well, also working as pancake layer for our beds down below. Now we will have to remove these lockers until further ado to be able to place down this ramp. So we can place down these ramps and then actually add some drop boxes. And then put a low wall in front of them, adding some security to the build. Once we have that in place, it's time to place a couple of beds. I like adding beds into every single one of these corners, giving you a total of 8 respawns on roof. Put a couple kits in here and you're ready for battle. You also give decent crouch peaks around your compound, and you also have plenty of peaks all the way around. That is basically it for the build, and I hope you guys enjoyed. But before we are finished, we obviously have to set up a couple deployables. So let's start off by obviously placing down our windmills on top of our gatehouses by building them 6 tall for maximum efficiency. Once our windmills are all the way wired up, we can add our actual windmill up here. Place it down on top of the triangle, wire it into this battery right here. This battery will lead into each compound turret like so, and also the electric furnaces that's in here, and also these turrets right here. The rest of the batteries are obviously wired to the roof, as 2 of these windmills will go into this battery and 2 of these windmills goes into this battery. That then controls the roof turrets, the bedroom turrets, and whatever open core turrets or other turrets that you choose to put around this base for yourself. That is the final decision of the base, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure that you liked the video, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys would like me to build in the future. I will do my best to provide it for you guys.